Alright, I finally hear myself now. Alright, so let's proceed here. Alright. Alright, before I proceed, I just wanted to read a little bit of something. I already had my screen on, and this is entirely unplanned, so it'll be very short. But really quickly, I do want to read this real quick, and then I'll proceed with a short recording stream here. But first of all, welcome to the home of right and wrong exposure. Again, welcome to right and wrong exposure, better known as RAW. That's R.A.W. We're doing business as Raw Expo Studios. We're gonna bring it to you 100% in the raw. And stay focused. Let your mind stay focused. This is nothing polluted nor perverted. This is being broadcast and will be gone over in its detail, to stop those who are constantly working on ways trying to be us, such as the most recent thing talked about with the Somalis going to, again, with the Somalis going to where King and our forefathers and mothers walked on the Thelma Bridge, we like to call it. And they are not only cosplaying, but they are generating photo ops as if they were there alongside us, which they were not. I want to reiterate, they were not alongside Martin Luther King and the rest of our forefathers and mothers. They are liars. Let God be true and everyone else a liar. I like to call him a freaking liar as well. You're not us. Trace the history or past of the YT people, the ones you love so much. I understand that the YT people feel as though that they have their new niggas. That's right, I said new niggas by doing what they're doing with the Somali community. I'd like to also add with the so-called African community as well. They have controlled the narrative for so long that it's upside down. The land that was promised to us, known biblically as Arsareth, and to the world it's known as the Americas. The land that was promised to us, not to any descendant of Ishmael, which is the Somalis. This land was not promised to nam bit of a Somali. 1,000, 2,000, even 3,000 years ago. The Somali community, along with the white tea community, are full of sugar honey iced tea. Again, they're full of sugar honey iced tea. The same thing with the ice watchers. That's the majority of the citizens of Minnesota. They too are full of sugar honey iced tea. And all of their churches that they still attend after it being known that the heads of the Catholic Church were doing the wrong and cruel thing to the youth, boys and girls. And by the YT people continuing to go to these churches in which their children, some of them, were abused, a lot of them actually, that simply means that you're condoning what has happened by continuing to go there. So, by being complacent, the YT people, in and with this situation, they too are full of sugar, honey, iced tea. Now, let me read this part here and then I'll continue on. So, this is the out of the book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, verse 7. So, the Word of God says, so will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel. If you're not Israel, get to stepping, including the descendants of Ishmael. If you're not Israel, get to stepping, kick rocks, and get the fuck out of here. I added that part. Again, so will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not let them pollute my holy name any more. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, the Holy One in Israel. So, all right, so I was just reading that real quick. And so, again, I wanted to emphasize that migrants, as Shabukul at the Grammy Awards so stated, and the mayor of New York, why you guys elected him, I don't know, but you shall soon find out. Um, Ma'am Damning, he basically stated that also, that migrants and immigrants built America. I want to emphasize with all clear cap letters, you can't miss it. Black Americans built America. No other Scooby Doo came along and built anything. Even with Trump trying to squeeze in there, we kind of helped. No, we built this biatch. We built America, the land known as Arthurith. We industrialized the land known as America as well, with our 65,000 plus inventions. So, all of you melanated groups that is a part of the other nations, that's right, not all of Abraham's seed is the children of God. Some are the children of the flesh. The Hamites are children of the flesh. Somalis are children of the flesh. They're descendants of Ishmael. The covenant was not promised to them. I don't care how they try and carry the lie on the backs of Ilhan Umar, who married her brother. It just hasn't been brought out, but has been brought out, who married her brother while married to a YT guy. the one that they love so much. So stop with your photo ops because Right and Wrong Exposure Incorporated is here to shut it down and to mush it just like some wet banana peel on that ASS. You heard me? You are being watched and you have been warned. That's right. You have been warned. And this is going over the airways so that my children and your children's children will know that you and your culture are full of sugar honey iced tea. It is well known in your community that it is allowed to marry adolescents, 8, 9, 7 years old. A grown, well done grown man, 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, want to marry a 7, 8, and 9-year old. This is in your culture. As all of you say that we don't have a culture, we made the letter C in the culture of cultures. Now, don't get mad at the messenger as the God of the universe, creator of the heavens and the earth, the God of all gods, stated that he severed us black Americans. That's right, the tribe of Judah. He severed us from all other nations. And he looks at you like spittle. Spit, in other words. This is the word of God, how it reads, you understand. As some of you say that the YT people wrote the Holy Bible. They wish, hope, and pray that they would be able to put together such logic as the Word of God is. And it's also beyond man's knowledge. So the YT people, full of sugar honey iced tea. Somalis, full of sugar honey iced tea. Hamites, who are the Africans, you're full of sugar honey iced tea. And you, Hamites, you got your day in reckoning coming because I see that you have had seeds, offspring by the daughters of Sarah, meaning the black American woman. And you've been lying to these offsprings. I ran into them, lying about the fact that you went into slavery. No, it hasn't come to pass. Your ASS will be going into slavery. That's a fact. As the Word of God states, has never come back void. So your day of reckoning, you Hamites and you Canaanites, is coming. That's right. The so called land of Africa will be colonized once again, and your dark races, as it's known by the white scholarly people, have already, basically written about it, but the Word of God solidifies that you will be going into slavery. While us cotton pickers, that's right, us cotton pickers will continue to be next to God Himself, because as God states, we are a holy people unto Himself. He severed us from the other nations because He knew that you're full of sugar honey iced tea. You would always be liars, cosplayers, trying to cop somebody else's ethnicity. We're no fools, And when we can't do it, God has our back. And you will be feeling his wrath fairly soon. We will rule this world again. This world is ours. Every piece of land that we step on, he said, it is ours. The movie 300, the reason it costs is because that's us from being the boss. Trust me, you're not getting away with your little photo ops. Go to your YT people and leave our sugar honey iced tea alone. For real though. Here is a credit that goes to this content creator by the name of Black History Revisited. And don't know whether he is or isn't. Is he is or is he ain't? I don't give a. I'm just playing it. And this right here is fair use, baby. Fair use. Hit the volume. All right, we good.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know,
Tell me, yes, we did build this nation. We don't need a confirmation from a YT man, but I see nothing but Africans, so-called Africans, behind him. African Americans. No, we are foundational Black Americans. We are not from Africa. We're technically from Jerusalem, the capital of Israel. We fled Jerusalem and went into the northern and southern parts of Africa as we were fleeing the Roman soldiers. Okay? This is our enemy standing up here saying that. Rather, I would rather have him in office than Kamula, okay? Or Obuma. Yes, Obuma. We know what we built. We don't need to be solidified or confirmed from a YT person. We know what we did. And as the YT people were being slick during slavery, chattel slavery, we were prisoners of war. You stole our land. This is the promised land that was promised to us, and we arrived before any other crumb snatcher did or thought about it. Trust me, you're full of sugar honey iced tea all day long.
you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get. You built the nation.
You don't know if we know that. We think we're stupid. We built this biatch. What are you talking about? I don't think you know it. We're the hidden ones. It doesn't mean that we've been sleeping all this freaking time, dude. Trust me. It's just continue, man.
We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it.
We all built it. You mean you added to it after we built it. Get it straight, Mr. Trump.
Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense?
We were never given credit for a lot of stuff as you keep removing and taking away and trying to redefine God's holy people. I don't need to hear anymore. All right. Next up. All right, it's 12. Um I don't want to let the show the left hand what the right hand is doing. However, this is a simulated map, okay, of Israel. What I'd like for you to look in the bottom left, where it's pointing out Israel. You see the continent of Africa. We're not from Africa. We're from Jerusalem. We know where we're from. We can read now, Massa. Take your, meaning the YT people, over to Africa and go ahead and get it started so that it can come to pass and enslave them. Because this young lady who told me that her mother is a black American, meaning foundational black American, married to a Nigerian. So the father decided to keep up the lies in a booklet to pass on, which is also updated every year for his children, his offspring. And I told the young lady, I said, "What's your mother's ethnic background?" She says, "Foundational Black American," because she kept saying "we." Yeah, we have X amount of inventions, etc. We, she was agreeing with what I was saying, how we built it and we also industrialized it. So she was agreeing with it and messed around and said her dad's Nigerian and he was enslaved too. Oh yeah, he was enslaved in the 1900s. Get the hell up out of here with that. That's a lie, because she was in only in her mid 40s or so. I told her no, that's not true. If your dad is Nigerian, that makes you Nigerian. As we, biblically speaking, know the fact that they determine the house of their families by the house of their fathers. You're Nigerian. Now, your mother may get her form of reparation, but it won't go to the offspring because she's Nigerian. And stop the cap, along with the rest of you melanated groups outside of the foundational black Americans. You guys all are full of sugar honey iced tea. You're full of shit. You're liars. And flies love you. So stop the cap, dude. You are like spit in the eyes of God. Spit. If you're like spit in the eyes of God, all nations, every last one of you outside of the black Americans. We're the hidden ones, we're the holy ones, we're the real authentic Jew by blood. You can't be adopted inside of here. As you know, you've been lying all this time. All of you are a liar, and let God be true, and all of you other nations, you're full of shit. Sugar honey iced tea. Oh, watch my potty mouth. Here, this is for you in the first place. Take it with you and your offsprings. The audacity and the disrespect. Now get the effing out of my face. I'm done here. Like, subscribe, share the channel as I get ready to bring you more and more of the real authentic words that's going to be raw on that A. Hey, 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 hey! You know what I gotta say? I got to bring it and keep it raw. And all of you have been using my name, you will be sent a cease and desist letter. Trust me, real soon. All right, we out. Have a blessed night.